Hi, this is Coach Crater here at Haverford High School and Coach Falsey, and we're back with our weekly wrestling video blog. And this evening we're going to talk about the Haverford Duels, which just happened. We'll talk about the upcoming week, and we also have some shout outs for some of the young people in our wrestling program. So to get started, this weekend was the Haverford Duels, and it was an 8-team tournament. And we're super excited that our wrestling team came out on top. We were 5-0, and we wrestled Marple Newtown High School first, then Roman Catholic, then Penwood, then Chichester, and then Westchester East. So it was quite an accomplishment for our team. The kids are super excited about it. They worked hard for this victory, and it was just good proof that the hard work is certainly paying off. So we just have, we want to go through the lineup and kind of talk about everyone who contributed to, earning the team points in particular. We'll start with Mike Greenwald in the first match against Marple. We put him in the lineup. It was part of our match strategy. Greenwald is a small freshman, but he has a lot of heart and some wrestling experience. So he just went out there and he just brought it, and he wrestled a sophomore from Marple Newtown High School, and he ended up winning that match by decision. And it was just nice. He was a great leadoff hitter for the team, and he really set the tone for the remainder of the match. Just want to mention Jack Delp as well. He's another guy. He's a little guy. He's a 106-pounder, and he went out there and got 2 forfeits for us throughout the day, and that allowed us to use some of our match strategy to look for better matchups later on in the day. So nice job, Jack Delp. Vince Tavani went 3-0 on the day. He wrestled 113, and he just went out there and he scored takedowns, and he let people up, and he was aggressive, and he was physical. And I believe that he scored the most takedowns on the day with 12, and that was only in 3 matches. So we're real proud of Vince. He's buying into our program, wrestling on his feet, and being aggressive, and I think that it's really paying off for him. Will Newmiller, he's one of the guys that he's a normal 113-pounder for us, but we bumped him up to 120 on several occasions, and he was a real team player for just accepting the challenge and going out there. Will scored quite a few team points for us, and he's another guy that we're just real proud of for what he's doing for this team. He's a senior, he's a captain, and again, we're just real proud of him. Pete Moore, he's our 120-pounder typically, and again, just like Will, he's one of those guys that was a team player. We just bumped him up to 126 when we needed him to, and he just went out there and said, it doesn't matter who I'm wrestling, it doesn't matter what weight it is, I'm just going to wrestle, and Pete was tough, and he was physical, and he did his thing on top. That's where Pete likes to be, and Pete's another guy, again, just real proud of what he's contributing to this team. Cole Wellington, like Jack Delp, he's one of those guys that we had him in the lineup. He's actually our 126-pounder traditionally, but we used him in certain situations, and he went out there and got some forfeits for us, and without him in our lineup, perhaps we wouldn't have been able to make better matchups that put the team in favor of winning elsewhere in the lineup. So thanks to Cole as well. Jared Smith, Noah Streese, and Stefan Rosansky, these guys all were 4-1 on the day, and again, these gentlemen, just went out there. They bought into the new wrestling system, and just like I've been mentioning about the other guys, they were wrestling hard. They were getting takedowns, and just going the distance, 6 minutes in the matches where they needed to, and those guys, we're real proud of them. Jared wrestled 132 throughout the tournament. Noah was 138, and Stefan Rosansky, who's also one of our captains, wrestled 145. And again, all of those guys in the lower weights, they just really set the tone for us throughout the day. And I think that with their energy and their enthusiasm and their physicalness, it really set the tone for the upper weights. And that's what Coach Falsey's going to talk about now.
Yeah, at 152 we had Alex Mung, and Alex was one of the guys last year, we said, as a coaching staff. Coach Siegel, Coach Wells and I last year, he was one of our most improved guys last year, wrestling JV, and this year he's really he's kind of stepped it up and filled the role as a varsity guy very early in the season. And what I liked about him, not only he went 5-0 on the day, but he was very physical, and I thought that was like a positive thing, like very physical, aggressive, like just like getting after it as a wrestler, and like not holding back at all. As a sophomore, like that's the style of his wrestling and the pace that he was wrestling at was very impressive. And so I thought coming out as a sophomore and lineup and like going 5-0 on the weekend and like really getting in people's faces, like that was just great to see from him. At David Tustin at 160, went 5-0. David's another returning varsity guy. Didn't expect anything more than that. I knew that's something that he was going to do, go out there and get those 5 wins. He wrestled very hard. He was very consistent, and again, that's back-to-back weight class that we put up 5 wins on the day, which is great for us to continue from the lower weight effort. Now we're like just continuing to like improve. And our upper weights, I think our upper weights, I was proud of the whole team, I think, but I was very impressed with how like the upper weights kind of continued to finish it, because we started out at 106, I believe.
Yes.
Right? And so it was just great to see that continued improvement. Blake Erner at 170, he went 5-0 in the day, and I was happy with his leading as a senior. Went out there and got 4 pins on the day out of 5 matches, which was amazing. And so he was just getting out there and like not thinking, just doing his thing and like and getting the job done. And so I mean, I couldn't have been happier with his performance as a senior, finishing off his last year at the Haverford Duels and starting the season off on a high note. Matt Bloxton, I know he was a little sick on the day, coming in. He went 4-0 in the day. He looked very impressive on his feet, scoring takedowns on his feet, controlling the match on top, and really just kind of like controlling everybody that he wrestled. A couple major decisions, a couple pins on the day. Ibrahim Amar at 195. Another guy last year wasn't in the varsity lineup this year. Went 4-1 on the day. Just great to see young guys come in the lineup and like actually get the job done and like really help the team out. Like I love that our younger guys are like putting forth an effort and really like helping out the older guys as well. Justin Fornwall at 220, a senior, doesn't have 5-10 years of wrestling experience, and went out and got 3 pins on the day. Went 3-2, got 3 falls. I know that felt really good for him. And I was very happy to see us add additional bonus points to the weekend. And then Mike Newman at heavyweight went 3-0 and also got 3 pins. So it's just great to see us pin a lot and get falls when we need those bonus points. And I think it was a great effort from top to bottom, from 106 all the way to heavyweight. And the guys that stepped in the lineup to help us out. We had to bump around a little bit, and I think the guys were very on board with getting the job done, and it was just a great team effort. I think moving forward here, talking about like just the energy level in terms of like, I had someone come up to me and tell me how impressive like the energy level was. I just thought the team was like, the morale was good. Anything like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, the energy level was high. The kids were cheering each other on. I mean, I just was like very impressed with how much energy went into that this weekend, and just encouraging each other out there on the mat, no matter who it was on the mat. Everybody was behind every single guy that stepped out there, and I think as a team, as a Haverford Wrestling like high school team, it's just so valuable to have people from all sides kind of like helping. And another thing I would say too, moving on, is like our just thanking like some of the people that came out this weekend.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, absolutely. There are a number of people that we need to thank for this weekend. We hosted the tournament, so there are a number of people who are involved, and it really starts with athletic director Joanne Patterson and the school principal for just allowing us to have this tournament, Dr. Nesbitt. So a big thank you goes out to them. The custodial staff was great. They helped us with the setup. They helped us with the breakdown. There were a number of parents that were here late on Friday night helping us set up the mats. I know Mr. Chester Rosansky, he kind of spearheaded that. So thanks to him as well. And like Coach Falls was saying, just the fans in general. I know that there were a lot of alumni here. I know Coach Jones was here. He's a long-time Haverford wrestling coach. Coach Siegel came out to support the team, and it was great to see him. So just to see this whole wrestling family kind of come together was absolutely tremendous. The boosters, Ed Mung, he's the booster president, and he did a very nice job too with the concession stand and kind of just offering support where we needed it. So thanks to everybody. I apologize if I'm missing anybody, but it was a real group effort. It was a real team effort. I also want to say thanks to my wife and Julie and my daughter Maeve, because you know, hosting this tournament, I really had to be away from home a lot of hours this weekend to be here with my wrestling family, and she's just always supportive, and I really appreciate that. With that said, you might want to thank your girlfriend now too.
Yeah, Michelle. I definitely thank Michelle, and so not that everybody knows her, but I know the team does and stuff. But she was in attendance, and she was there. She came a little into that second match, I would say, kind of behind the scenes, and she was able to talk to a lot of the people that. She got to reconnect with a lot of people that she's in Delaware, lives in Delaware, so she's not able to make it up all the time, but it was just great to see her out there. So yes, thank you. And you know, I saw a lot of youth. I saw some youth wrestlers in the stands too, and so yeah, I was just very happy with the energy and the amount of people that come out to support. With that said, maybe we'll just I wanted to say a couple words about our youth program and our middle school program as well.
Yeah. The youth program is great, and the coaches are doing a tremendous job with those kids. They wrestled this past weekend, and just a couple shout outs. Ian Kilpatrick, he took first place in the youth tournament that they wrestled at, the Battle of Germantown. Donnie Reimer, he took second place. Shane Crossan took third place, and Sam Kyer took fourth place. So there were 7 youth wrestlers that entered the tournament. 4 of them went home placing, and just a big thanks to everybody who's involved in the youth program, because someday, you know, those kids are going to be up here, and we're looking forward to when that happens.
And it was great to see Coach Jones, our new middle school wrestling coach, out on Saturday, and he said that they need a few more upper weights for the middle school program. If you guys, anybody out there knows of anybody at the middle school, just to kind of fill his lineup. But they have practice every day from 3 to 5 throughout the week, and their first scrimmage is actually next Monday. So it'll be exciting to see how they're competing moving forward here, getting started with some actual matches and stuff like that. So I know they got a long year too, and have matches all the way up through February as well. So it'll just be exciting to see how the youth in the middle school and us continue to do throughout the year. We'll keep you updated and posted on those results and scores. And if you guys have results or anything like that you want to send our way from anybody at the youth or middle school level, please email Coach Crater and myself, and we'll be sure to keep you guys posted. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And just the last thing that I want to mention is that our team scored 87 takedowns total at the tournament this weekend, and that's just proof that our system's working, and you know, the kids are being aggressive on their feet. But what's even more important is that there's a monetary amount that goes to the American Cancer Society for every takedown that our wrestlers score throughout the season. So we're really proud of what our wrestlers are doing on the mat, but they're also giving back as well. And that's through our program called Taking Down Cancer. So that's all for today, and we hope that you guys come back and keep supporting the team and keep following our video blog.
And our next match is Penn Manor Tournament this weekend.
Yep, Penn Manor Tournament this weekend out right near Millersville University, and we're looking forward to getting some good competition out there.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.